Welcome to this DVD. I am Lindsey Williams.
And I'm Stan Johnson, and I want to take just a moment and tell you a little bit about my guest today, Lindsey Williams. For 50 years, he's been a minister of the gospel, and for 3 years, he was a chaplain on the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and he's going to be telling you more about that in just a moment. Lindsey, welcome back.
And Stan of the Prophecy Club, 16 years, 135 speakers. I don't know how you ever found them or how you ever sorted out the ones that you have. And nationwide radio broadcast. Congratulations, Stan.
Thank you.
It's a privilege to be in your studio today at your invitation.
Thank you. It's glad to have you. And I'm very excited to hear about this new information you have from this ruling elite fella. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Stan, many of my notes today, I will actually read them because they are so in-depth that I don't dare miss a single word. What you're about to see and hear is by the providence of God. I was in the right place at the right time and to be used as God saw fit, lived with the elite for 3 years' time. Now, they do exist. 3 years sitting across the dinner table, living in the dorms with, knowing the elite personally, such as you and I are talking right now. Let me emphatically say to everyone watching this DVD, there positively is a group of people on the face of the earth who control the world. Everything that they do it in advance. I just talked with one of these elite the other day, and he told me the latest of everything the elite have planned for the world for the next 2 years. Now, you may doubt, but if you doubt what you're hearing today, just stick around a while. You'll find out without any question that these people do exactly what that they say they're going to do. Let me give you just a few so that you will understand where we're coming from. Approximately 2 years ago, I had a phone call, rather unusual phone call. I had not talked with this gentleman in 25 years. He called me and he was mad. He threatened me. He said, "Chaplain, you've said too much. There are certain things that you can't repeat in public anymore. And your website, you've got to pull it. And if you don't, we're going to do this and this and this and this." Now, you don't argue with these people. John F. Kennedy did, and he didn't live to tell the story. And I knew better than to, so I said, "Sure, I'll be glad to go along with you." And after we had agreed to agree, and you always agree with the elite, if you don't, too bad, I decided I'd be friendly with him. And I said, "How's your family? Where have you been living for the past 25 years? Haven't seen you since the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline." He likewise became very friendly. And at the time, he said, "Chaplain, yeah, I'll tell you a few things." And the first thing he said was, he said crude oil. He said right now it's $147 a barrel. I said, "Interesting. Where's it going?" He said, $50 a barrel, just like that. No hesitation whatsoever. I said, "Now wait a minute. This is going to impact the economies of the world in a very unusual manner." I said, "This is going to be devastating to certain OPEC oil-producing countries." He said, "It's going to $50 a barrel." Just after that, I called a number of radio talk show hosts, and I said, "I have just been told by one of the ruling elite that the price of crude oil is going from $147 a barrel to $50 a barrel." You remember this?
I do. As a matter of fact, I laughed when I heard it. I thought, no way, it's not going from 147 to 50.
Can't happen.
But 4 months later, it did.
And I said it's going to, and the price of gasoline is going from $4 a gallon to $2 a gallon. They laughed at me. I literally had some talk show hosts that laughed at me. They said it can't happen. One person that plays the stock market, he said this will be so devastating. It will affect the entire world. I said it's going to happen. So a number of talk show hosts allowed me to go on their show and say something that was an impossibility, knowing they were risking their credibility. And I said it's going from $147 a barrel to $50 a barrel, from $4 a gallon to $2 a gallon. Everybody thought I was crazy. I did too.
Including me?
Yeah.
Including me?
No way was this going to happen. And it happened exactly
4
like
months
this
later,
gentleman
hit
said.
$34 a barrel.
In 4 months.
That's right.
Why? Because the elite had it planned. They knew exactly what they were. Nothing ever happens by chance with these people. They have everything planned in advance. They know exactly what they're going to do in the world. Your life and mine is impacted and controlled by the elite, no matter who they may be, even from the President of the United States of America through every congressman. And it happened that way. Before it happened, people said, you're crazy. And talk show hosts dared to allow me on their program. After it happened, they said, you're a prophet. I said, no, I'm not. I just know the people who are doing it. And as a result, for the past 35 years, everything I have been told by the elite, since the day I was chaplain on the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline, I have voiced it to the world, and every time it has happened exactly like they said it was going to happen, to the point that I've built up a credibility, not because of Lindsey Williams, but merely because the elite told me what they were going to do. So,
for example, last night at dinner, you told me about how you were told that AT&T, which was the monopoly, was going to be broke up. Tell us that story.
Well, I was, 1975. I was sitting with one of these individuals at Prudhoe Bay in their office, and he casually said, AT&T, the only telephone company in America at that time, and practically in the world, is going to be declared a monopoly and is going to be broken up. If I had only taken his word, I could have made a fortune by investing in Sprint and all the rest of them. But I didn't, because I had not learned to trust the elite back in those days. Oh, you can trust them. What they say they're going to do. And it happened exactly like you said it. And I recorded it in my book, Energy Non-Crisis. And there again, people said, you're a prophet. Now, I know why you bought this DVD. You bought it because you want to know these things. So I'm going to tell you right now, up front, everything that I feel will impact your life in a major way in the next 24 months. Because I was told only a few days ago, this elite, I talked with him on the phone. I said, what's going to happen? He now has become friendly because I did everything he said. I closed down my website, and that costs money.
Oh, yeah.
I took my DVD off the market.
That hurt.
And for the past 3 months, I've not done a single radio talk show. And so this individual said, Chaplain, you did everything we said. Now he said, I'll be glad to talk with you. And he did. I want to tell you everything for the next 2 years that the elite have planned for you, for me, and every person out there in that listening audience. First of all, the elite have altered their timeline. Now, this is very important, because back 2 years ago, I was told that inflation would take place on a certain time frame. I was told that the dollar was going to have certain things happen to it within a year to a year and a half. It did not happen exactly like that, and I was wondering why. So I asked him, and here's what he said. He said, we have altered our timeline. I'm going to tell you in the course of these 3 DVDs why they have altered their timeline. Within 2 years, he said, you will not recognize the United States of America. I mean, this was
in a bad way.
Oh, he said you won't recognize it. In the course of the DVDs, I will elaborate and tell you everything he said as to why you won't recognize it. Again, this one is devastating. And he will do it. These people will bring this to pass, believe me.
They're not kidding.
They're not kidding. They have their time frame in line already. You will be so poor, you will not be able to rebel against the elite within 2 years. Now, folks, anything that is going to be done by an honest, patriot American must be done immediately. And if you don't do it immediately, you will not have the wherewithal, the money, the finances, the ability to be able to do it within 2 years. They feel that they have it made so much